children run and play. Warriors prepare their weapons while elders carve tools from wood and stone. 7 gathers herbs and teaches young girls how to heal wounds. Nearby, Turtles Run practices throwing a small spear under his father's watchful eyes. Turtles Run throws the spear. It lands near the target. Jaguar Paw nods proudly. Suddenly, a loud bird call echoes from the forest. Rainbird runs into the village, breathing heavily. Rainbird, Jaguar Paw. Ships! Many ships are coming from the great ocean. The villagers fall silent. Jaguar Paw looks toward the distant horizon. Large wooden ships arrive near the shore. Soldiers step onto the beach carrying weapons and flags. At their front stands General Vargas. He studies the endless jungle. General Vargas, find the warrior they call Jaguar Paw. The soldiers march toward the forest. Warriors from many tribes gather around a large fire. Jaguar Paw stands before them. Jaguar Paw, the jungle protected us once, and it will protect us again. The warriors raise their weapons. Warriors, we fight together. Jaguar Paw looks into the dark jungle, ready for the coming war. Jaguar Paw lives peacefully deep in the jungle, with his wife Seven and his young son Turtles Run. The forest feels calm again after the fall of the old city, but Jaguar Paw still remembers the fear and blood of the past. He teaches Turtles Run how to hunt, how to move silently, and how to respect the spirits of the forest. Elder Flint Sky believes the gods have given the people another chance to live in peace, but Jaguar Paw feels that the world outside the jungle is changing. One morning the hunters Smoke Leaf and Redstone return from the river with frightening news. They say strange men have arrived near the coast. The strangers wear shining metal armor, ride giant animals called horses, and carry thunder weapons that kill with fire and sound. The tribe becomes afraid and whispers spread through the village. Elder Flint Sky says that people must hide deeper in the jungle. But Jaguar Paw believes hiding will not save them. The strangers begin moving through the land, burning villages, and capturing people to serve them. A young scout named Rainbird secretly follows the invaders and returns with terrible stories of chains, whips, and crosses raised toward the sky. Jaguar Paw gathers his closest friends Smoke Leaf, Redstone, and Rainbird to see the invaders with their own eyes. From the shadows of the forest, they watch Captain Rodrigo and his soldiers forcing villagers to carry heavy loads and kneel before their foreign god. Jaguar Paw feels anger rising inside him, but he also sees the danger of their powerful weapons. When he returns to the village, the people argue about what they should do. Old Hunter Broken Tooth says they should run deeper into the endless jungle. But the brave warrior Storm Jaguar says they must fight to protect their land. Jaguar Paw stands before the tribe and says the forest gave them life and courage. He says if they keep running, the strangers will hunt them forever. So Jaguar Paw decides to unite the scattered tribes of the jungle. He travels across rivers, mountains, and dark forests, searching for allies. He meets Chief Black Serpent of the River Tribe and warrior Woman Moonshadow of the Mountain Clan. Some tribes refuse to believe the danger is real, but others join Jaguar Paw and promise to defend their land. Together, they watch the invaders carefully and learn the sound of their thunder weapons. Jaguar Paw and Rainbird create traps using falling logs, hidden spikes, and silent arrows. The jungle slowly becomes a weapon against the invaders. Warriors strike from the shadows and disappear like spirits among the trees. The invaders grow afraid of the forest and the unseen enemies watching them. Captain Rodrigo becomes furious and builds a strong camp near the Great River. He sends soldiers deep into the jungle to hunt the tribes and destroy them forever. Jaguar Paw realizes the final battle is coming. The allied tribes gather under the moonlight. Elder Flint Sky and Moonshadow pray to the spirits of the forest for strength and protection. At dawn, Jaguar Paw leads the warriors through the mist toward the enemy camp. Arrows rain down from the trees as Smoke Leaf and Redstone trigger deadly traps. Storm Jaguar charges into battle with fearless strength. Rainbird sneaks through the camp and frees the captured villagers. The thunder weapons roar loudly, but the jungle warriors move quickly through the trees. Jaguar Paw finally confronts Captain Rodrigo among burning tents and fallen soldiers. They fight fiercely while the battle rages around them. After a long struggle, Jaguar Paw defeats Captain Rodrigo and breaks the chains of the prisoners. But the victory comes with pain as many brave warriors fall defending their land. The surviving invaders flee back toward the coast in fear. Silence slowly returns to the jungle. The tribes gather together and honor the warriors who sacrificed their lives. Elder Flint Sky says the world is changing and more strangers may come one day. Jaguar Paw stands beside Seven and Turtles Run, watching the sun rise above the trees. He knows new dangers will arrive, but his people are no longer alone. With courage, unity, and the spirit of the forest guiding them, the story of Jaguar Paw and his people continues. His people continue to rebuild their lives deep within the jungle, stronger and wiser after the battle. Jaguar Paw walks through the village every morning, watching the children laugh, and the elders carve new tools from wood and stone. Seven gathers herbs and teaches the young girls the healing secrets of the forest. Turtles Run follows his father everywhere, learning the path of a warrior and protector. The tribes that once lived apart now remain united, sharing food, stories, and protection. Chief Black Serpent sends hunters to guard the rivers, while Moon Shadow trains new warriors in the mountains. Elder Flint Sky reminds the people that unity is their greatest strength. Months pass and the jungle slowly heals from the fires and destruction of the invaders. New huts rise where old ones once burned. Fields of maize grow again under the warm sun. For a short time peace returns to the land. But one evening Rainbird climbs the tallest tree near the river and sees strange shapes moving far away on the water. He rushes back to Jaguar Paw with fear in his eyes. More ships are coming from the great ocean. Jaguar Paw gathers the tribal leaders around a fire and listens carefully to Rainbird's warning. Smoke Leaf believes the invaders are returning with a larger army. Redstone says they must prepare the jungle once again for war. Some villagers become afraid and remember the terrible sound of the thunder weapons. But Jaguar Paw speaks calmly and reminds them that the jungle is still their greatest ally. The warriors begin training every day, stronger and faster than before. Moon Shadow teaches silent movement through the forest. Storm Jaguar trains the young fighters in hand-to-hand combat. Chief Black Serpent organizes scouts along the rivers and hidden paths. Jaguar Paw and Rainbird travel to distant tribes that have never heard of the invaders. They warn them about the danger coming from the sea. Many tribes decide to join the alliance after hearing the story of the great battle. The jungle slowly becomes a network of warriors and watchful eyes. Weeks later, the ships finally arrive at the coast carrying new soldiers and leaders. A cruel commander named General Vargas leads them, determined to conquer the land completely. General Vargas hears rumors about a warrior called Jaguar Paw who defeated Captain Rodrigo. Angry and proud, he promises to hunt Jaguar Paw and crush the tribes forever. His soldiers march deeper into the land, building camps and searching for villages. But the jungle is no longer unprepared. Seven tells him that their son Turtles Run will one day become a great protector of the people. Jaguar Paw realizes that he is no longer fighting only for survival, but for the future of the next generation. Soon the warriors gather once again beneath the tall trees of the jungle. The alliance of tribes is now larger than ever before. And deep within the forest, Jaguar Paw begins planning the greatest battle his people have ever faced. The story of Jaguar Paw, the protector of the jungle, is far from over. But this was not their land. Suddenly, a soldier clutched his throat, a tiny dart protruding from his neck, and fell silent. From the canopy above and the shadows below, the jungle itself seemed to come alive. Mayan warriors, masters of this terrain, unleashed a volley of silent death. Men screamed, not from the sting of a blade, but from the terror of an unseen enemy. Traps sprung from the undergrowth pits lined with sharpened stakes, snares that hoisted men into the air. The invaders' disciplined lines dissolved into panicked chaos as Vargas watched his modern army crumble against an ancient, ghost-like force. Enraged by the humiliating defeat, Vargas's face twisted into a mask of fury. His men had managed to capture one of the Mayan warriors, a young man who stared back with defiant eyes, unafraid of the steel and gunpowder that surrounded him. In a fit of brutal rage, Vargas made an example of him, a cruel act meant to shatter the Mayan spirit. But it only hardened their resolve. Vargas, realizing his conventional tactics were useless, formulated a new, despicable plan. He would not chase ghosts in the jungle anymore. He would attack their soul. His target was the Great Falls, a place of immense spiritual significance, a sacred site where the Mayans communed with their gods. He knew that by desecrating this holy ground, he would force Jaguar Paw, their elusive leader, out of the shadows. The bait was set. Word of Vargas's profane intentions spread through the jungle like a fever. In the man village, a quiet determination settled over the people. There was no panic, only purpose. Under the guidance of the elder, 7, a mass evacuation began. The women, children, and the elderly gathered what little they could carry and melted into the dense foliage, their knowledge of the secret paths their only shield. 7, his face etched with the wisdom of generations, led them towards a hidden cave system, a sanctuary deep within the earth, far from the reach of the invaders. He knew that the survival of their people, their culture, and their future now rested on Jaguar Paw's shoulders. Jaguar Paw watched them go, his heart heavy but his resolve like flint. He was no longer just a husband or a father. He was the guardian of his world, the last line of defense against an enemy that sought to erase them from existence. As the last of his people disappeared into the safety of the jungle, Jaguar Paw turned his gaze towards the Great Falls. The thunderous roar of the water was a familiar symphony, but today it sounded like a war drum. He could see Vargas and his men approaching, their torches cutting through the twilight like angry, burning eyes. They marched with an arrogant confidence, believing their target was the waterfall. They were wrong. Their target was him, and he was leading them into the heart of his greatest ally, the jungle itself. He began his retreat, not in fear, but with strategic purpose. Vargas, blinded by his obsession with capturing this single warrior, urged his men forward, deeper into the trap. Hidden among the vines and rocks, his fellow warriors waited, their hands on massive levers and ropes. Vargas and his army were now fully committed, packed tightly into the narrow passage, their escape route cut off by the sheer rock walls. They were rats in a canyon. With a sharp bird call, the signal was given. It was time to unleash the jungle's fury. High above, the Mayan warriors strained, and with a great groan of stressed timber and rope, they released their hold. Their screams were swallowed by the roar of the deluge. The jungle, which they had so arrogantly sought to conquer, was now their executioner. The flash flood was a merciless force of nature, sweeping away men, horses, and cannons as if they were nothing more than twigs. Steel armor became a death sentence, dragging soldiers to the bottom of the raging torrent. When the waters finally receded, the gorge was a scene of utter devastation, littered with the wreckage of Vargas's once proud army. The river flowed peacefully once more, as if cleansing itself of the invaders' stain. On a high ledge overlooking the scene, Jaguar Paw stood, his body painted with the mud and spirit of the land. He was not just a victor in a battle. He was an embodiment of the jungle's defiance. He had not fought with steel or gunpowder. He had used the rocks, the river, the very earth itself as his weapons. He had proven that the strength of a people is not in their armies or their technology, but in their connection to their home and their unwavering will to protect it. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the valley, Jaguar Paw remained, a silent guardian watching over his world, forever intertwined with the jungle that had saved them all. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.